The story of human civilization changed forever with three simple ingredients: saltpetre, sulfur, and charcoal. Mixed together in the right proportions, these common materials created something that would reshape warfare, topple empires, and ultimately change the course of human history. This is the story of gunpowder. Our journey begins in 9th century China, where Taoist alchemists weren't seeking weapons of war, but rather the elixir of immortality. These ancient chemists experimented endlessly with various substances, heating and combining materials in their quest for eternal life. In a twist of irony, their search for immortality led to the discovery of one of history's most lethal inventions. The first written formula for gunpowder appears in the Chinese military manual Wujing Zongyao from 1044 CE. By then, Chinese scientists had already discovered that this mysterious black powder, when ignited, produced a brilliant flash, a deafening roar, and an explosive force unlike anything the world had ever seen. The earliest weapons weren't guns or cannons, but primitive bombs made from bamboo tubes and ceramic pots. Chinese soldiers would throw these devices at enemy forces, creating confusion and panic. Soon, they developed the first primitive rockets, attaching tubes of gunpowder to arrows, creating fire arrows that could rain down on enemy positions. But it was the Mongols who truly spread gunpowder across the known world. As they conquered vast territories from China to Europe in the 13th century, they brought this revolutionary technology with them. European engineers, seeing its potential, began experimenting with their own applications. By the 14th century, European craftsmen had developed the first true cannons. These early weapons were crude, as likely to explode and kill their operators as they were to hit their targets. But they introduced something unprecedented to warfare: the ability to breach castle walls from a safe distance. The age of the impregnable stone fortress was over. Consider this. For thousands of years, the ultimate defensive structure was the castle wall. Thick stone barriers had protected rulers and cities since the dawn of civilization. But gunpowder changed everything. No wall, no matter how thick, could withstand the concentrated force of a cannonball. Power structures that had existed for millennia began to crumble, literally and figuratively. The Renaissance saw the refinement of gunpowder weapons. The invention of corned powder, gunpowder that had been wetted, dried, and broken into small uniform grains, made weapons more reliable and powerful. The development of handheld firearms revolutionized infantry combat. No longer did knights in expensive armor rule the battlefield. A peasant with a musket could now defeat the most heavily armored nobleman. But gunpowder's influence wasn't limited to warfare. Its ability to break apart rock made mining more efficient, allowing for deeper excavation of precious metals and coal. This contributed to the Industrial Revolution, as more raw materials became available for manufacturing and fuel. And then there's the cultural impact. Chinese inventors had already discovered gunpowder's potential for celebration and entertainment, creating the first fireworks. These displays of color and sound spread across the world, becoming universal symbols of celebration and wonder. The science behind gunpowder's power is fascinating. When ignited, the potassium nitrate decomposes, releasing oxygen. This oxygen then combines with the charcoal and sulfur in a rapid oxidation reaction, producing an enormous volume of hot gases in a fraction of a second. These expanding gases provide the explosive force that launches projectiles or creates the spectacular effects we see in fireworks. The perfect ratio was found to be approximately 75% saltpetre, 15% charcoal, and 10% sulfur. This mixture became known as black powder to distinguish it from modern smokeless powders. Too much or too little of any ingredient would result in a weaker explosion or unreliable performance. By the 19th century, gunpowder had transformed warfare into an industrial process. Massive armies, equipped with standardized firearms, faced each other across battlefields. The sound of gunfire became the soundtrack of war, replacing the clash of swords and the twang of bowstrings. But even as gunpowder revolutionized warfare, it was about to be superseded. The development of nitrocellulose and nitroglycerin-based propellants in the late 19th century led to smokeless powder, which was more powerful and didn't produce the thick smoke that had characterized battlefields for centuries. Today, while modern explosives have largely replaced traditional gunpowder in warfare, black powder remains important for historical reenactments, antique firearms, and of course, fireworks. Its legacy lives on in our language. We still shoot for the stars, have explosive personalities, and describe exciting events as dynamite. The invention of gunpowder marked a turning point in human history. It democratized warfare, ended the age of castle fortifications, and contributed to the fall of feudalism. It helped shape our modern world through its applications in mining and construction. And it continues to light up our celebrations with spectacular displays of color and sound. From Chinese alchemists seeking immortality to modern pyrotechnicians creating elaborate fireworks displays, gunpowder has been both a destroyer and a creator, a tool of war and of celebration. It's a reminder that human discoveries often have consequences far beyond their original purpose, reshaping society in ways that even their inventors could never have imagined. In the end, gunpowder's story is not just about chemistry or warfare. It's about how a single invention can transform human civilization, breaking down old power structures and building new ones in their place. It's about human ingenuity and its double-edged nature, capable of both destruction and celebration, of ending lives and lighting up the sky in spectacular celebration of life itself.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our next adventure. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay awesome and keep exploring.